Well, happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing really good. I'm hopping in here because I want to talk to you guys about reading your financial statements. And the biggest mistake that as a business owners, or I would say salon owners, that we tend to do is what I have done for a few years before we became really profitable, and I really wanted to share with you a few things that you need to consider. As we are entering 2021, and we all know what experience that we had the past year. The past year has we have dealt with so many emotions. We went into a shock, and then we went into reactions of getting everything we need in order to get through this tough time that we had, and from March until July or August. Some of you had the opportunity to return to work from a lockdown in June. Some of you had to be closed for a couple of months. And then once we hit June through somewhere like June through September, we got starting to have a little bit back of momentum to get back into the working world, right? And something that will never be the same. We will never have what we had before COVID. But what are we going to do now in 2021? What's the deal? Well, I'm not a future, magician, teller, and I can't tell you and can't predict what we going to fall into. But I will tell you that we need to prepare. We need to prepare very, very strategically of what's going to happen in 2021, which is actually not going to be. It's not going to be what we experience in 2020. So what does that mean? We all want to reinvest in financials. We all want to create a strong company and a sustainable company, a bulletproof company. But the reason why we want to have this is so important is because we really want to make sure that we create a wealth in our lifestyle, stability, consistency, where if things are happening again, you're not going to fall in between the crack and really become a survivor instead of really feeling secure, more in your skin. So what can we do the next year to be where you need to be? That means that you need to think about preparation. We can invest. You can grow a team. We can invest in a build out, or in education, or in any of the elements that helps you grow your business, unless you absolutely 100% understand what are the numbers are all about. Profit, what does profit means? How you become profitable? In what terms profit really makes sense to you? So I really want to talk to you about profit and loss and the balance sheet. Two statements that you really want to learn, and what's the difference between the two, and why you want to learn. And what's the biggest mistake about reading the profit and loss statement and balance does to us? Because it's the most costly mistake that we all do. And so the profit and first loss, so for anybody who is not on online software, that is an accounting software. That means if you're not an online software, and if you don't have a bookkeeper that is constantly updating you every month on your numbers, you guys are missing the boat. You have to be there. So if there's one most important thing that you need to do is to invest in a very good bookkeeper. And a good bookkeeper is not easy to find. We're not going to talk about it right now, but that's the number one thing that we need to do. The number two is you got to make sure that you have a very good software that tracks the numbers that are accurate. There are many software out there that the reporting is not accurate, or they just don't track the numbers that you need to track them. So in order to have those two, once you have those two, now you're going to have and issue a statement that calls profit and loss. Profit and loss measure all your income and all your outcome to the T. Okay, so that's the number two to start learning. What are the profit and loss statements really mean, and how do you read them, and how simple and how easy it is to do so. Is a state of mind. It's really easy. It's not that difficult, and it's something that you get to do in practice. The more you do it, the better it gets. It gets to be simple, understandable, and that's when you actually get to engage with your numbers. Most of the time, people don't read the profit and loss statements. They do it maybe twice a year. They browse through it. They look at this as blindly headlights, right? Because you don't understand what each number means, and so you really have to understand and own it. And take it from me, I was never good at math. I never really did good at school when it comes to math, and my relationship to numbers have always been, I'm so afraid of them, I don't understand them, I don't want to go there, I'll let somebody else do it, which was a big mistake. So that's the number one. You need to understand what our profit and loss statement really means. So I want to show you something really simple. When you look at profit and loss statements, there's like 1, 2, 3 elements. In the profit and loss statements, as you can see, there is income, and then minus expenses, all your expenses, right? And then at the end, really all the way in the bottom, it says profit. That's how much your company is actually right now is profitable, right? Wrong. That's not it. So this is where the flaw is. This is where there's always a mistake that leads to us always chasing profit. So reading the profit first as it is from your QuickBook report is a flaw. It is not true. And balance sheet. What is balance sheet? Those are the two statements that are really, really important to learn how to read them. They are not really truly will tell you the truth, even if you combine them together. And that's where we all fail. That's the reason why we don't see profit in our companies. And I want to change it for you. What is a balance sheet? What balance sheets is basically telling you what the assets that you have right now in the company, whether it's cash or assets that are in your company, like furniture or wet line or what, floors, anything that is actually an asset, minus your liabilities. Liabilities are debt that you own, or any open cash that you have not received yet. So, for example, gift certificates that have not yet to be redeemed are liability. So again, balance sheet is everything as an asset minus liability equal your worth, your company worth. If it's been told that if you combine those two together, it will tell you what really do you have in the bank right now, cash-wise. That is the methodology of the GAAP, which is General Accounting Acceptance. And what it means is that you should be able to understand those two statements, and that will tell you how successful you are right now with your company, which is not really the case. It's a flaw. That's not how you learn. The profit first is what we work with our customers right now. We work with very high achievers, people that go all in. I have to say that we love working with our clients because they really want to learn what are those numbers really mean. The minute they apply their learning and what those numbers really mean, the trajectory leaders goes way up. We have customers that have really implemented the profit first methodology right away, learn those numbers, what it means, and what is the profit and loss. Easy to read, easy to understand in those terms. And I want to share that with you.